Hello everyone, welcome back to this lecture series on C programming. In this video I'm going to show how to set up your development environment for Windows operating system. So as I already explained, we will write our code in a text editor. It will be then given to a compiler and the compiler will then generate the executable code. Okay, so let us start with Windows. So now we'll create a folder at the desktop. This will be useful for referring to previous codes, as well as it will help me keep a track of where are all the things. So now I am inside the folder. As you can see, I am in desktop/my classes. So I am inside this folder. In this folder currently do not have any file. So let us create a file using Notepad and let us label it as test.c. Now it gives us a prompt that there is no file labeled test.c. Cannot find the test.c file. Do you want to create a new file? Yes. So here we will write our C code. Okay, I don't want you to bother about the code right now. We'll look into the code when we'll start with programming. This is just a setup of development environment. So just understand the process that here is how we are going to write the code. Thereafter we are going to compile it and we'll see the output. Okay, we'll just Control S, Alt F4. See, the file got created. Now there is no software in this computer which can open the test.c file. So what we will do is, now we will download our compiler from this link. The link will be in the description for downloading GCC. This is minimalist GNU for Windows. Okay, and GCC is GNU collection of compilers. Okay, so GNU is nothing but GNU, not Unix. Okay, so it is a recursive definition, kind of funny, and it is an open source organization which developed Unix like systems. Okay, so MintGW is just Windows version of GCC. Okay, so we'll click on the download, and I guess I have already downloaded the file. Okay, I have already downloaded the file, I guess. So I'll not download it again, but this is how you will download it. Now we'll just go and run this as admin. If you want to tweak things a little bit, you can go and tweak. You want the graphical interface or not. You are willing to install it just for yourself or for all the users. If you are trying to install for all the users, there is a star mark. The asterisk says selection of this option requires administrative privilege, and I am going to keep it for all the users. That's why I ran the software as administrator. I want the entry in start menu. No, I do not want the entry on desktop, and the default installation will be in MintGW folder. Let's click continue. So now it is done with the pre-processing it had to do. We'll click on continue. Now it is asking us what to install and what to not. Okay, so for this, just look at the description. Okay, do we need a meta version for installation for developers? I don't know, so we'll not click it. Basic MintGW installation, yes, we need it, so I'll mark it for installation. ADA compiler, no, we are going to deal with C and C++, so no need for ADA, Fortran, but we need the C++ compiler, so I will mark it for installation. Objective-C, no. And basic MySys, a MySys installation was needed, so I think a basic MySys installation will be also needed. So we will just mark it up and we will apply the changes. Let me try to show you one more thing. See, MintGW folder inside bin, and now all the compilers which we are downloading and all, they all will be here in this folder. Okay, the binary folder of MintGW. Bin means executable. MintGW get is the software which is right now running this installation manager right now, which is on your screen. This is MintGW get. It is getting all the files. When the files are done, they will be displayed here. So you understand it? Now everything is on the RAM. Using File Explorer, we can only see what is there on the disk. Right now things have been partially downloaded, but when they will be completely downloaded, they will be arranged properly and they will be saved on the disk. Okay, now it is extracting and now you can see this folder getting populated. So let us just close it. When it's done, we'll close the dialog and we'll just click close. We are done with it. Okay, now we have our C++ compiler, and I guess here is GCC. Okay, so we are done with all the compilers downloadation. Okay, now how to compile? Okay, so previously what happened, when we clicked on it, it was giving us an error, and now also it is giving us the same error. Why? Because the operating system do not know which executable is supposed to run this file. How does the operating system find out which files are their executables? Okay, here is my terminal, right? Now let me just increase the size. Okay, I hope you can see it clearly now. Here's my terminal. I said Notepad and it opened Notepad. Okay, if I say GCC, it says GCC is not recognized as an internal or external command operable program or batch file. Okay, there's one file, test.c. Why is it not taking selections? Okay, I'll use my Windows thing to show you this. Okay, so if I type anything such as Notepad, okay, it instantly brings up Notepad, right? But if I just go and type some random shit, say for example GCC, it gives me this error: GCC is not recognized as internal or external command operable batch program or a batch file. This will not happen if I do this with my PC. Okay. It says gcc.exe fatal error, no input files. That means it knows what is GCC. GCC was expecting files. It is an error that we have not provided any files, so compilation got terminated. Why is this happening between my physical machine and the virtual machine in which I'm showing you these things? Is the operating system looks for an executable at some definite locations as in directories. So right now, which directories is it looking into? We can check them by going to properties of my computer, system properties, environment variables. Okay, now in environment variables you will see a variable named path. Okay, so you see these things which are in path, only these are the locations in which this operating system is right now looking for an executable file. Okay, like system32, you see this semicolon. This semicolon means it is one of the paths to look at. After the semicolon, we'll start the next path until it encounters one more semicolon. Okay, so now we want to tell to this operating system that we have got another software for you that is residing in some other directory. Go and check for that also. So what we will do is, we know where is our minGW. Here it is, GCC and G++. Both of them are in this folder. So we will just copy this path. We'll go to path variables. At the end, we'll give a semicolon and we will paste. Okay. So now this path has been added to environment's path variable. We'll say okay, 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 and now we will relaunch our command prompt. Okay, there's another way shortcut, like I want to launch my command prompt into a given directory, so I can do this directly. Like here I want to, so press Alt D. Alt D is to select the address bar. Alt D, type cmd, press enter. So by default your command prompt will be opening in the same folder. You do not have to traverse through folders. Okay, now if I give it GCC, it will give me the same error which it gave me on my physical machine, like the same error which I got here. Okay, fatal error, no input files. Now let us give it an input file, gcc, and our file is test.c. If we give enter, there was no output, but you see this thing got created. Let me just delete it and I will show it to you again. Now see, here on the left side file explorer, you can see there's only test.c. Now I will call the gcc compiler to work on test.c file, and you see this got created. Okay, this got created, but we did not see any output, right? Because it just got created, we have not executed the file. What will you do to execute the file? Dot slash means, dot means current directory, dot slash means access the current directory, a dot, and file extension for Windows will be .exe. So you don't need to type all of it, you know there's only one thing, so we'll just say dot slash and we'll press a tab, because there is only one file starting with a. So we'll, okay, and it gives me the error. Okay, this is Windows, so a.exe will be sufficient. This we will do in this dot slash we will do for Linux. Okay, so we will just call the file a.exe and it will show us whatever the code was written inside test.c. Still, double clicking on test.c cannot run the program, right? So this is one of the methods. Okay, second is the same way we can install Notepad++. I'll show you my installation. So we go to program files, go to Notepad++. You can just download Notepad++. I have downloaded it. I'll give you the link to this download also in the description, and then we can just navigate to this directory and we see the software here. Okay, so now we will copy this path. Okay, we'll copy this path and we will go to system variables. We will edit the path. Okay, environment variables, then we will go to path and we will edit it. So we will just paste and click OK, close it, command prompt, and now I can give Notepad++ and it will open me the Notepad++. Okay, so that's it for manual installation. Another thing which you can do is, this was a manual process. Like what we are doing is we are writing our text on our own, then we are using command prompt to process it, and then we are getting the executable which we are again calling in the command prompt to see the output. Everything is happening inside command prompt. But another option is called an integrated development environment. In an integrated development environment, this is called as IDE. In IDE, we have a text editor, we have the GCC compiler, as well as we have the output to see the running of our executable file. Okay, executable file will always go on your disk. This will also be on your disk, and you can always see the output live and running in front of your eyes without having the trouble to switch between a command prompt, a text editor and all. Okay, this is how it's going to work. We'll write some text, we'll compile it, we'll get the executable, and we can make it run on our system. That's it for Windows. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe. Peace.